Hi everyone, we're continuing our series on restoring this left-handed Stagg 3/4 size guitar. We're about halfway through the restoration, but one thing I'm concerned about is the fretboard and the frets. There hasn't been played an awful lot. If you look at the frets, these the fret wires which go across the fretboard, they look very discolored and they're not actually greatly worn, but they're discolored, they just don't look nice. And the reason for this is because in the life of this guitar, I think it's about 12 years old, maybe a bit older, I don't think anybody changed the strings. They did, they only changed it once. And as a result, it's had rusty strings on it. You don't want to have your strings too old, because what it's actually done, the rust has affected the fret wires itself and made the fret wires rusty. Now, if you've got a high-end guitar, you need to take your guitar to a proper luthier. You don't want to do it yourself and experiment on an expensive guitar. This guitar is not a costly guitar. It's a 3/4 size student guitar. And so I'm trying out techniques that I've seen, that I've used before, but I want to be very careful about it. And what you don't want to do is file these frets down if you don't know what you're doing. If you do that, you'll end up destroying the guitar. You'll have to get it refretted. On a cheap guitar like this is like a £80 guitar when it was new, it's not worth getting it done. So what I've got here is some Brasso. I've done this before, and we'll see if we can polish up the fret. I haven't tried this on this particular guitar yet. See if we can get a little bit of shine back onto the fret wires. I'm not too worried about it going onto the fretboard because I can clean it up later. Because this won't actually reduce the height of the frets, unlike sandpaper or steel wool. If you use steel wool on a guitar, use 0000 grade steel wool. Don't use anything coarser. It will destroy the guitar. So I'm hoping this will just brighten up the look of the guitar because it really lets it down. There's no way I'm going to refret this guitar. I don't do refret jobs for a start. I'll leave that to my luthier if that needed to be done. And I'm using Brasso, which hopefully is going to clean up. We'll see in a moment if we have. Let's have a look. Get a nice bit of cloth. And we'll just polish it up and see if we can see the result. Right, I think you'll see, even with a minimum effort, right, that has actually improved the look of the fret wires considerably. If I bring the camera down here and compare it with ones I haven't done, I hope the camera can pick up just how nasty they look compared to here. Once this guitar is finished, I'm going to string it with brand new Diodario strings. I don't get cheap strings, I get Diodario, I trust them and people love them, and hopefully the frets will be still in the right position, height wise, etc. So when it comes to setting up the guitar, I'll have to do minimum work on the setup to make it play really nicely. Because it's a left-handed guitar, it does mean that it's really for left-handed people, or we're going to try putting it in open tuning and play chords on it up and down the fretboard, which I can do. Doesn't matter which way the strings are strung. You cannot change a left-handed guitar to a right-handed guitar without a lot of costly work. The nut has to change, the saddle has to change, because if you see it's at an angle, it's at the wrong angle, and then the setup's going to change. It's just not worth it. Final thing, health and safety. With Brasso, I'm using a kitchen glove that my wife has kindly donated to me, because these chemicals are toxic. And as some of you know, I'm recovering from cancer, and as years ago I used to use a lot of toxic chemicals fixing car interiors, and I didn't take as much health and safety cautions as I should have done. So now I'm paying the cost for that. So always have protection. If you're doing anything with sanding, or anything with dust, make sure you wear your dust mask, which is somewhere. I'm not dusting today. Put on a proper dust mask and you'll be fine. Make sure you've got ventilation. Right, so that's it for today's update on the Stagg. We're about to finish the polishing on the back. I've used some different compounds. That's going to be for a different video. I might show you how I'm going to make that really glossy on the back again. Thank you for watching. This is John in the guitar shop. Hoping you have a great day and God bless you.